So the film Sira is about resilience, is about what's going on in the Sahel region of West Africa. It's about a woman who refuses to give up. It's a surviving movie. It's a story about terrorism and how a population refuses to give up and to fight. The location was very important to the film because I wanted to do the film entirely in the desert. Originally, the film was supposed to be shot in my country, Burkina Faso, in the north. And I was really happy about the location because I really wanted to make the film with the population that is living with that problem for years, you know, and I really wanted to have them participate in the film. But unfortunately, 10 days literally after we did the location scouting, we had another attack, like a brutal attack in the area. And then the government told me that I couldn't go. So the only thing that we could do now is to relocate the film, and the closest desert, safe desert, was Mauritania. So we relocated the film there, and I had a very, very, very nice decor. And although I was sad that I wasn't be able to shoot in my country, but at the same time, when we got to Mauritania, I was happy with the decor. You know, the subject is really, really difficult. It's a very tight story. It's a very sad story. And I really wanted to put that story in a very beautiful landscape. So there's a big contrast about the landscape and what is happening. And that's the choice that I make. I made a lot of wide shots to see how vast this environment was and how desertic this environment was. I use a lot of sound, like when I say sound, silence. Silence is also a sound to enhance the dramatic aspect of the movie. So you'll see that towards the movie, I do a lot of wide shot and I do a lot of silence. It's just to push a little bit more the dramatic aspect of the film. And I wanted to show how beautiful the Sahel is. It's a very desertic, very, very beautiful area. But what is going on right now in the Sahel is really bad. It's not something that I invented. This is something that is happening. The Sahel has been taken over by terror, but it still is a beautiful place, and I wanted to show that contrast.
Nous allons avoir de gros amis. Camille, oui, dis. Tu viens d'où? De pas loin d'ici. Pas loin. Mais il n'y a rien autour. C'est longtemps qu'ils volent la nourriture du camp. Camille, il faut nous abattre la trouve ici. Please, help her. Please. Je suis enceinte.
We today have the opportunity to show our country the way that we want to show it, the way it actually is. So film is the best way for us to do it. Unfortunately, but we can't really blame the media, for example, to show other part of it, because they have a responsibility to give a story, and we'll go with the story, with the rough story. We as filmmaker, we have the responsibility also to show the reality, but in the aspect where you actually will preserve and give respect to the people. You know, you can tell a sad story, but you can tell the story by putting that person up front with his environment, with her environment, by respecting them, and that's very important. When we talk about terrorists, we always have the impression that it's the army that is working, that the men are working, everybody is fighting about that. But where are the women stand out of this, you know? They're doing a lot because I've been to the site and I spoke to those women and I see how they're surviving with the kids, because you have to emphasize that, because they're surviving with the children. The men are on the field or the army is on the field, but how are they doing that? So it was very important for me to talk about the three generations of women, the mothers and the young girls and a girl that is getting married. How are they coping with that? So it was, well, yeah, it was important for me to give the perspective of a woman, the point of view of the woman in that war and how they survive.